Well, Liam, a much needed win on Monday in the Cup. How much of a lift has that given, do you think, the squad of players during training this week ahead of Friday?
That's been good, in fairness. It was a good result for us, and a reasonably good performance, better performance. And hopefully we can carry it into Friday. We've all enjoyed our training, obviously, because you win. So hopefully there's a bit of confidence and a bit of momentum we can gather from that.
Yeah. Was the win a kind of a relief in a way?
You see, especially to the media, they count the games for you. You know, kind of how many games you haven't won. You know, kind of way where you do as a footballer, you do try and not think about that too much. But as I said before, when you're winning, you can't see yourself losing. When you're losing, it's difficult to see yourself winning. So thankfully we've shook out of that. We can move on and enjoy the rest of the season.
Yeah, you seem to be more organised in the game, Liam, better structure to it. Were you happy in that respect, like that? It was a better all-round team performance.
Yeah. Now I know I mentioned before about the injuries that we have. We've a team of players that could have been in our starting 11. So that's the amount of injuries we picked up so far this season. Actually, more than that. And for all the fellas that have stepped up now to the whole, but we've still got 9 games, a quarter of the season to go. You've got a quarter of a final of the cup to look forward to. So there's still a lot of football to be played. So I do feel that type of result does give you a bit of confidence, and as I say, hopefully we can push on Friday.
Yeah, Wexford in the quarterfinals, another first division team. I mean, the draw was kind to you, but there's still a job to do.
The first division has thrown up winners of the cup. I know that, and so has the Premier Division. So you need to be extremely careful, and we will due respect to Wexford Youth. We'll give them their due diligence. We'll have them scouts and all that sort of stuff. James Keddy, I had him as a player, a very astute manager. We have to make sure we turn up on the day and give ourselves a chance, because if you don't turn up, anything can happen. But if we play like we did last Monday against Waterford, that will give us some sort of encouragement to hopefully get a result there.
Yeah, the good news, I suppose, is that you haven't conceded in the cup yet. I know there's 2 first division teams, but obviously Waterford is second, and Treaty aren't bad at home, So
yeah, I do see, even in training, bits and pieces that are encouraging me. That there's a better performance in our group. We've got a really technically good group of players. Just collectively, we're working on to get that better. And there is bits and pieces coming through now, and I hope we can push on with them right through to the end of the season and give it the right belt.
Have the new signings, improved that feel?
100%, yeah. We've brought in probably 6 or 7 players now at this stage over the last period. But they've settled in quite well, and they look like talented footballers as well. They give good competition to everybody. And if we can get some of the injured guys back as well, which we will do over the next few weeks, please God, we at least have a strong squad going forward.
Yeah, I know Ben was annoyed to be taken off on Monday night, but that's something you want as a kind of a manager, isn't it?
Yeah, look, listen, there'll be different reasons you make substitutions, whether it's fatigue, whether it's match fitness, whether it's bench players you need to get game time. There's a whole lot of reasons that you make substitutions, tactically, whatever, So listen, I don't mind players being annoyed, but bottom line it is, we've got a squad of players now that each and every one of them, with due respect to them all, I don't mind who's in the team. I want to pick the best team we can on any given week. So it's up to them to make sure they train properly and do everything as best they can to get in the team.
Yeah, back to the league, obviously Friday night away to Drogheda. Team directly above you, so is it fair to say, Liam, it's a game you can't afford to lose?
Look, until the season's finished, we're going to be trying to win every match. That's how I'm looking at it, and this could go to the wire. Like, even if we won the next 2 or 3 matches, it could still go to the wire, kind of way, because you can be sure those teams that you would jump will be fighting, scrapping it out to the end of the season. So this will go to the death, I've no doubt. So we have to be at it with Drogheda, at it with Sligo, at it with Shamrock Rovers, Bows, and all the games. And somewhere along the way, you will pick up points, like we've done already. You would be bitterly disappointed should you lose, because it makes that gap bigger.
Yeah, 8 to go then.
Yeah, it means you're going to have some sort of run in, kind of way. But listen, who knows? We'll wait and see how it goes tomorrow night.
Yeah, it's a real 6-pointer, I know you can set out on a lot of games, but if you win, it's only down to 2,
Yeah, one result, correct, and there's a lot of tough games for everybody. So it is important to listen. We'll be doing our best to try and win. Obviously, we've gone up there couple of months back and won 1-0. So can it be done tomorrow? Let's wait and see.
Yeah, it's your only away win, obviously, in the season, like, against Drogheda, so you know to beat them.
Okay, I didn't realise that. Great. If there's one you want to beat away from home, we'll stand there.
Yeah.
But yeah, look, please God we can get a result.
Yeah, you're happy with the squad, Liam, like in terms now that there's going to be competition with places going into that game Friday, like that the squad is strong enough for the finish. Like.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of ability in the group. We have to play well together in every game, you know, and you know. It's a difficult run in for everybody. The teams that want to make Europe, like we played Shamrock Rovers down here. I know we won one, a few lads sent off and all that sort of stuff, but we still won. We drew with them 4-4 up in Tala. We played Bohemians, lost 5-0. Did we beat Bohs? Or draw with them? I think we've beaten Sligo at home. You know, there's been results, you know, that, you know, from my end of it, give me encouragement to think that we can get results. So the new players in, you know, they will certainly bolster the confidence in relation to where we're at. They are good players, so I do see them making an impact right through the end of the season.
Yeah, good luck tomorrow. Yeah.
Thanks, Trevor. Thank you.
Shane, do you want to come in there?
Sorry, hi Liam, how are you?
Hi Shane, how are you doing?
Good now, yourself? You're all good?
Very good, yeah. Thank you.
Just on the new signings, Trevor touched on it there, but the addition of Kravchuk and Dijksteel, like what in the last 2 weeks you've probably had them training for now, and they're after their debuts on Monday. Like how have they settled in, and what have they added to the existing group?
They've settled in very well. In fairness to two lovely lads. From a football perspective, I've been impressed with both of them. You know, having them in with us, training, etc., etc. I've no doubt they'll make a big impact from now to the end of the season. Both technically very good, so I do see them being quite aggressive with their passing and equally goal scoring, please God.
Yeah, and just touching on the cup run, and you already said that it kind of does breed a bit of confidence in when you get that win, and especially over a Munster rival. But I suppose with starting with Friday and with the run into the end of the season, like how much can keeping this cup run going help with the league form and just breed confidence throughout the whole group, kind of?
It's important. You know, there's a load of reasons why the cup is important. The players, the staff, the club, our supporters, our sponsors, everybody gets a bit of something out of the cup should you go well in it, you know, and it will be a great return for us at the end of the season should you make a final. Now listen, you've still got a quarter final to go, you have a semi-final to go, and you have a final to go, but somebody's going to be there. So listen, we just got to give it our best shot. I do feel that the potential for us to improve is there, especially with the new players coming in. And if we do improve, let's see how good. If it's good enough, I don't know. I don't know whether we'll get past Wexford Youth or not. I don't know, but I do know that there is a reasonable group of players here for us. Please God to push on.
That's perfect. Best luck tomorrow.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Cheers, Shane. Sean, do you want to come in?
Thanks, Shane.
Hi Liam, how's it going?
Sean, how are you doing?
Yeah, very well, thanks. Just looking ahead to Friday, what do you see being key in the game in Weaves Park?
Keeping good possession of the ball will be one of them, and having plenty of drive and energy to make sure we give ourselves a chance to win the game. It's a big game, obviously, as we've spoken about. It just gets us that bit closer to that third from bottom position, you know. So energy and drive will be a critical part of the whole thing as well.
It's probably something you've seen a lot in training off the back of the cup win this week too.
Yeah, they've trained well. You know, that's what happens when you win games, you know, kind of way. So as I say, we just need to click that in again on Friday, and please God, if we can turn up, we'll give ourselves a chance to win the game. Yeah,
I know your last trip up to Drogheda ended with a big 3 points, so obviously hoping for the same again. It could be something you'd be hoping to kickstart the run-in. Yeah, look, I've no doubt it'll be a tight game. They're looking at the game thinking, if we go beat Cork, that opens up the gap. Whereas they lose to us, there'll be a nervousness about all that. A bit of pressure goes around these type of games, so it's how well you handle those pressures in relation to where you're at. But from where we're at,
we're looking forward to it. Let's give it a belt.
Is there a little bit of pressure to pick up results in the next 2 games against Drogheda and Sligo, considering the run-in?
Well, look, listen, it'll just put you further away from safety, kind of from where we're at. Whereas if you're to pick up wins, it drags you right back into the mix there. So a lot to play for. I think everybody understands there's a bit of pressure that goes with that, but you have to embrace that pressure. You have to embrace pressure. If you want to win stuff, you're under pressure. If you want to get out of relegation, you're under pressure. So listen, embrace it, get on with it, and let's try and give a performance and get ourselves out of trouble.
And just lastly, I know I think yesterday Cameron Dummigan said for Derry they're targeting 8 wins in their last 10 to win the league. Is there any target as such spoken in-house in terms of staying up for yourselves in the last 10 games?
No, there's no point for me, there's no point in giving targets and from where we just got to take one game at a time and just do our best to try and win it. Because every point will matter. This could go right through to the last game of the season. And if it does, every point will have mattered previous to that. So we just need to scrap out as much as we possibly can do. And whatever that number is, if it gets us safe, that's it.